Tell me you have pretty privilege without actually telling me that you have pretty privilege.
Oh, I have a story. So when I was 22, I randomly moved to LA with no plan, no clue where I was going to live, nothing. So while we're hanging out, we get to chatting and she goes, hey, why don't you just live with me in the model house for the summer? But all it is a mansion in the hills where models get to live there rent-free, and in exchange, they just have to go to clubs twice a week and look cute. That's it. They Uber you there, you look cute, you stand around usually, and then you go home. And I got to live there for an entire summer because she sent her agent photos of me and my height. And I just got to live there. It was so much fun. I got to meet Ed Westwick from Gossip Girl, Chuck Bass. I have so many stories from that house.
I have so many stories from that house. Yeah, I bet she does have a lot of stories from there. Stories that I'm gonna assume are just not appropriate to tell at the dinner table at all. Stuff you wouldn't really want your family to find out about. It makes me scared, honestly, to think of the thought of your kid coming up to you and being like, hey dad, I'm gonna go live in LA for free in a mansion, and all I have to do is go to a club twice a week. Like, come on, who's actually believing that's all you have to do in order to live there? I just feel there has to be something else at play that's got to be going on behind the scenes, right? It can't just be you just have to go to a club and that's it. That's the whole agreement. I just looked up the average rent in Hollywood Hills, California, and it's over $5,000 a month. And that's average too. That includes everything. So if you're talking about a mansion out in that area, you got to be talking like $10,000 a month minimum that it would cost to normally live there, but you get to live there for an entire summer for free just because you're hot. It really, really just truly must be nice.
And these females are not living on recruit difficulty.
All right, fellas, welcome back. The other day I was watching a video from one of my favorite channels here on YouTube, Abba and Preach, and they had a video about pretty privilege. They talked about the TikTok that we saw in the beginning of this video, and after I saw that, I just said, man, I gotta go search for pretty privilege on TikTok because Gen Z just stays exposing themselves for stupid shit. Exhibit A.
I want to start off by saying that I acknowledge that pretty privilege is real. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, but also, I am not a victim. I'm not claiming to be a victim. I just want you to know that there are two sides of the story.
This here is your typical Zoomer getting ready to go on a rant about something on the internet. I just want to start this off by saying, and they try to clear the air because they're so afraid of getting canceled. When the generation that loves canceling people the most is the most afraid of also being canceled, you just gotta love the irony there. I have to get this off my chest. It's a really bad thing. I acknowledge the thing is real, but also I'm not a victim, even though I'm kind of trying to make myself seem like a victim.
You meet a guy, super cool, super nice. Most of the time it's bullshit. That's just...
You meet a guy, super cool, super nice. Most of the time it's bullshit. What now? You want to talk about the most vague, generic arguments you could ever make? I mean, I know this is TikTok and it's Gen Z, but I don't know why. I expected like at least a little bit more than this. Just a little something more substantial than you meet a guy and it turns out to be bullshit. I feel it's that way for everybody. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think most people marry the very first person that they date. So most of the time when you meet someone, yeah, it does turn out to be bullshit.
You can never actually have like an intimate conversation without anything getting sexual. Like, he's never gonna really get to know who I am. It always turns sexual. And that is not enough for me. It will never be enough for me. Nothing is ever soul deep. Nobody wants to know your dreams, your hopes, your traumas. They don't give a shit. You're just something nice to look at.
So there's a sad reality at play with this one here. I feel I've seen just way too many texts on Twitter, on those accounts of people exposing DMs and whatnot of guys that just do not fucking know how to text girls and do not know where to draw the line. But if you think that you have to be pretty for a conversation to go sexual, or that ugly chicks or large chicks don't experience the same type of thing, you may be willingly choosing to ignore the reality of the way that most types of guys are, at least the types of dudes you talk to, right? All the incels out there talking about, I'm a nice guy, but the girls will never text me, right? They're all punching the air as they watch this right now.
It's gone as far to where I wanted to catfish the opposite, to get to know somebody with no picture and then meet them later. So that's my perspective.
Oh, so you wanted to catfish the opposite and use no picture. You wanted to do it, but did you ever actually do it? I just highly doubt that she's actually done that, because let's face it, in the same way that no female is going to talk to a dude without a fucking profile picture, it's gonna be the same exact way for dudes talking to a girl without a profile picture. Come on now. You could say you want to do that all you want, but then you won't have as many options as you have right now. And you know it.
Everybody on this app wants to talk about how people are consistently benefiting from pretty privilege, but nobody wants to talk about how pretty privilege can actually affect your life in a negative way. I first wanted to say this video is not saying to feel bad for people that are conventionally attractive. I just want to let people be aware that pretty privilege affects people's lives in different ways. For one, girls that benefit from pretty privilege, sometimes guys don't even take you seriously.
So once again, I'm noticing a pattern as the video before this one where you have to start off this PSA with a disclaimer so you don't get canceled, right? Followed immediately by a stupid, bland, vague argument.
Sometimes guys don't even take you seriously.
Sometimes guys don't even take you seriously. Like, what?
If you are one of those girls and that does happen to you, you just kind of have to deal with it. You just kind of have to realize, like, okay, this guy's really into me, but, like, he might have a girlfriend, he might just, like, want to hook up with me. I don't know. You never know. Another thing is girls seeing you as competition. Sometimes a girl will front as your friend, but literally she has the worst intentions for you, and she secretly wants to see you fail. And I talked about this before, but feeling lonely and just being excluded from things.
All right, there was a lot of stupid shit in that segment there. Let me, hold on. I got to think about this. So the first thing she said was, a guy might only be talking to you, but he might have a girlfriend, and he might only want to hook up with you. Please explain to me a world where this is exclusive to pretty girls. In fact, right, it's probably the opposite, because if you're a dude and you're just looking to get some ass real quick and that's it and you want nothing else to do with it, aren't you willing to go down from what your typical standard might be if it's only a one-night thing, right? If you meet a girl who you find super hot and you like them and you think they're cool, aren't you more likely to actually want to have a relationship with them than just hook up? And having a girlfriend in the past, come on, when has that stopped the vast majority of guys at any point talking to any girl, pretty or not? Give me a break. Then other girls want to see you fail. Like, I think that's just being a girl, dude. Girls are just so fucking mean to each other. I witnessed it like my whole time throughout high school and college. Y'all are just mean to each other for no fucking reason. I don't know why. The boys were always much cooler to each other than the girls were. And that's why there's so many fucking pick-me girls out there that are like, I'm not friends with girls. They're too much drama. I only stay friends with guys, which we all know how that one usually turns out as well. And then she ends it off by saying that if you're pretty, that you feel lonely and that you're excluded from things. Give me a fucking break, dude. Every single time you and your boys had a party, the first chicks you hit up were the hot chicks. Don't even fucking bullshit me. This one is just wrong, period. The whole thing.
If you have pretty privilege at least one time in your life, you have heard, oh my god, I thought you were such a bitch, and then I met you and you're so nice.
Okay. We're really gonna say now that this is a downside of being hot? This is something that affects your day-to-day life? No, I'm not even entertaining this one.
No, it's not. It's not. It has been scientifically proven that if you are attractive, people are automatically way more likely to like you. So if you're pretty and people hate you, you probably have a god-awful personality.
All right, fellas, how do we feel about this one? I think she's speaking some truth here, but is she trying too hard? Is this a pick-me? I don't think so, to be honest. I really don't, because I feel like a lot of the problems that we talked about with the earlier videos are things that can maybe be tied back to your god-awful personality, and that's why you feel that you're just a victim of being hot, which is such a fucking first world problem. My god. I'm too hot, so I have no friends, and no guys take me seriously, and no guys talk to me. Like, everything we've heard today is fucking backwards, and I think I'm done with it now. Well, fellas, that was absolutely enough internet for today. It was a lot to unpack. It really was. I think I lost a few brain cells while making this video, but hopefully you guys are still with me. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As per the usual, I'm sure the fellas will have much to say about all this, and I look forward to reading your responses as always. If you enjoyed the video, then do not forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome, amazing videos just like this. Turn your goddamn notifications so that you can be a part of the buzz every single time a new video goes live. Special thank you to my channel members as always for your extra support. You guys are very much appreciated. You're the true MVPs. Check out Defy merch down below. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, second channel. Links to everything is in the description. And I will see you dudes in the next video. Love you, bye. Stay safe, fellas. For real. They got a UAV up.
What up, Lex?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be carrying it. I'll tell you that.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, shotgun. No skills.
Why would you ever push me on that, you dumbass? You're on defense.
You have no skill. You have shotgun.
The fuck is wrong with you? What'd you say to me, kid?
You're no
Say it again? What's that? You're mad? Okay. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Shotgun, no
Shut up, kid. It's past your bedtime.
Shotgun, no skill. Oh, he's out. He's out the bottom.
Jumped out.
He's so one shot. Thank you.
Like, oh my god, fire shotgun.
Someone killed you with a fire shotgun.
Hey, if you don't like fire shotguns, I would
hate this
suggest just maybe leaving just now.
That's a fully automatic
Get it over with.
fire shotgun.
We're gonna keep using them.
Oh my.
He's bottom A.
Camping.
Go ahead, come in.
Yo, he's in A.
He's in A.
Got him.
God, they're terrible. They're fucking terrible.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply.
Right there, spawn.
Fucking kill
God,
yourself.
let me set more of you on fire, why don't you?
Fucking
Oh, you're gonna
You're
leave
fucking
bitches?
losers. Look at you.
Fucking
Oh, who's
kill
camping
yourself.
now, bitch? The
Kill
fuck?
It sounds like you're on the
Don't
verge
be coming.
of
Oh,
taking
look at
a
that. You just
shot.
disappeared.
Using a fire
You
shotgun?
You disappeared.
It's actually funny. It's
You
actually
got
funny.
dismembered and
You
burnt.
got